Hey, this is the Relationships and Chill podcast, and in today's episode number 30, this is the season finale. Season 1 has come to a close, and we will be resuming season 2 on January the 21st. But until then, enjoy the party. Stay tuned.
You're listening to Relationships and Chill, the podcast for singles and couples about how to find and cultivate the relationship you've always dreamed of, based on trust and honest communication. Why waste your time going through the typical dating obstacle course, only to end up with drama, jealousy, and heartbreak, when you can find the love of your life and live happily ever after? So sit back, chill, and get ready to make relationships great again.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Welcome to another edition of the Relationships and Chill podcast. Hey, we got a wang dang doodle today. It's gonna be a party today. We got the whole crew in effect. First of all, giving honor to the Lord. Now, but for real, give honor to the Lord.
Let's give him honor.
Yes, for real. Let me see. We got of course Coach Christina Lynn in the building.
Hey.
Lynn is in the building. Dizine. We got my woman, my wife.
Oh my goodness.
The crown of my kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Is in the building. CoachLulu.com. and last but definitely the least.
No, don't try to play me out.
What?
Don't try to play me out.
Hey,
I am the show. I am the show.
After 18,000 episodes being missed, you know what I'm saying? We got the one, the only, Lady K, JB Junior baby, Candace Jackson.
Hello, all, and all hello.
My natural partners in the building, y'all. This is, of course, episode 30. This is the last episode for this particular season.
I remember when you was turning 30.
Excuse
and
me.
you was
Do not
like
interrupt do not interrupt the host, young lady.
Like
let me mute you. Hold on. I got something for you. All right, she back. Okay. Listen, this is episode number 30, y'all. We get ready. This is the first season. We're going to have many seasons, of course. So we're getting ready to transition into season 2, where we'll be bringing on more people to give their inputs, like experts, sex therapists, marriage therapists, relationship therapists. Everybody you can imagine, we bringing them on because we want a more fuller approach to the show. We want to make this somewhere you can really come to and turn to and say, you know what, I can get all of it. You know what I'm saying? I can get my whole life together. You know what I'm saying?
Show you
with
right.
Relationships and Chill podcast. Now, what were you saying, Madam JB? Where you at?
Anyway, if I keep getting muted, the bum's just gonna be the word.
I've muted you one time for 2 seconds. You can't have 2 seconds of quietness.
No.
Oh Lord.
I was saying that I remember when you were turning 30 and you was like, the last thing I need is another birthday.
The last thing I needed was another birthday. But yeah, they come around quick. I can't believe this is episode 30. Like, we've made a lot of progress. We have about at this point about 11,000 downloads. You know what I'm saying? Let's give it up for that.
Hey,
and many more with you guys' help. We appreciate you guys' help for our first season with Relationships.
Thank y'all.
You know what I'm saying? So round of applause for you guys. Showing love, you know what I'm saying? Telling folks about us and all that kind of good stuff. Hopefully we've been giving you guys good value and all that kind of good stuff.
Why have to be guys?
Well, guys is just a general term.
You all.
It's just a general term that people understand.
Yeah, living in a male-dominated, chauvinistic.
Hey, that's why we ain't had you back. You see how she do? You see what I'm saying? Hey, you see what I'm saying? But JB, we
girls.
we definitely missed you on the show. You definitely bring a lot of spunk to the show. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely need to come
Feminism is alive and kicking.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Moving on to the next order of business. So what we want to do with this episode is we want to, talk about some things that, we want to bring into the new year. We want to reflect on pretty much what happened this year with the Relationships and Chill podcast, things that we've learned, things that we want to work on into the new year, and just make everything, not just this show, but make ourselves individually better. That's the aim of this episode. So I guess I can start it off with me. You know what I'm saying? I guess I can start off with me. I guess.
How befitting.
As you guys know, we started the Relationships and Chill podcast June the 4th, 2018. For me, I wasn't sure how it's going to be. And, anything you do, you kind of you're kind of hesitant to do because you don't know how it's going to work, if it's going to work. You don't know if you're going to have enough material. All you got at that moment is just the motivation to do it. All you got is the fact that you just want to do something, something outside of what you're currently doing. And so what I said I'm going to do, I'm just going to have to just go ahead and go for what I know. And so far it's been really amazing to have Coach Christina and Candace come on and help us out because they didn't have to. You guys didn't have to. So for me, just looking back over the whole process, I wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. My wife, of course, I wouldn't have been able to do to do it without you guys, because just from you guys believing in me and we having conversations about, just different things that kind of gave me the confidence to go ahead and, make that thing, make it happen. And so, but moving forward it really caused me to challenge myself and, not be so hesitant to just try and give my best, because it's going to, I can say it like this: you'll figure it out if you do it. If you really want to do it, you'll figure it out. And if it doesn't work or whatever, then you haven't lost anything. You've actually gained a lesson. You've gained some kind of information if you look at it that way. So if you don't try, if you don't do it, then you don't know what you have in you. So for me, this experience has been something that has really caused me to, and it's not something that I haven't been encouraged by my wife, by you guys, you Coach Christina Lynn and Coach Candace to try out. So just stepping out on that faith and just saying, you know what, let me just give it a try, give it a shot, and then see what happens. And I'm pretty pleasantly, I'm pleased with the results so far. I really am. I know we got a lot more work to do, but I feel like we have less work to do than we did 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So for me, taking that idea and taking that and wanting to just go into the future and say, you know what, I'm going to continue to grow and get better and just put it out there, just go ahead and just do it, give it my best, and then let the chips fall where they may and then move forward. That's all you can really do in life. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be stepping out more on faith, even with getting interviews. We want to challenge ourselves to get the best possible people to do interviews and bring onto the show. We want to challenge ourselves to get the best content for you guys, for the listeners, so that you can benefit and so that you can change and you can grow your relationships to the best that they could be. So that's what I'm going to be focusing in on. That's what's going to be my thing. And, of course, being the best husband, the best father, the best leader, the best communicator, the best just worker and man that I can be. That's my objective, just to be the best that I can be and continuously learning and studying and growing and giving that stuff away that I have obtained. So that's my goal for the year.
How sweet.
Right.
Thanks.
You talking about the best daddy them dogs.
Who wants to go next? You want to go next since you got all that lip?
I can take it.
Okay.
Let your wife go next.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't think she's ready.
Y'all can go first.
She's a
I
lady.
can take it real quick.
Go ahead.
Mine real quick. No, I'm just kidding. No, first of all, I just want to congratulate all of you guys. Like the work, the effort, the quality and content that this show has. Like I'm amazed every time I listen in, you know. And I want to thank you all for being a part of this ride with me, you know. And or Anthony, for you choosing us, like me and Candace, to ride with you and E on this wonderful project. Like you don't know how humbling it was. Like, I remember having a conversation with you and I was looking at the phone, like, what you just say? Like what? Like what? Like I could not believe that. And especially like for me, because I'm so like, even though like you and I, this is what we do, you and Candace, this is what y'all do. Like this is how we get down, so what everybody here is really what you get in your ear every single, time you talk to both of us, we just give it to you just like we know it. And this is like our natural way of communication. But I just never thought I would be able to, have the confidence to get on air like this and really air out my life, my laundry, who I am, what I stand for, what I believe in. It's very interesting. It was just a really huge step. It really was. So I just want to thank you for helping me in my own personal expansion. As a human being, as a woman in a relationship, even as a mother, like you have really brought out the very best in me through our friendship, personally, and then through this project. So just a big, huge thank you to you. And that beautiful sister that's sitting right next to you. Thank you so much, E. Just like you don't know how much you have encouraged and motivated me and inspired me to be a better woman for my man, learning through you how to treat my man, so thanks so much for that. And Candace, getting to know you and listening to you and laugh with you, that right there has been remarkable. I cannot wait to get to know you even more. I'm very, very, very excited about this connection. I'm very, very excited to be on this show with such beautiful people. And for the year to come, one thing I can say, that I know I want to work on is A, my confidence, B, my patience, and C, I definitely want to learn how to sit back and relax and chill. So that's going to be my 2019. Y'all going to see me chilling a whole lot more. Because anybody that know me know I'm always on the run, always on the go. I don't really have much time for me. So 2019 is going to be a lot about me focusing in on the things that matter to me, for me. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Shout out to you.
Shout out. I appreciate it too. Thanks for the warm compliment. I have to get better at that kind of stuff because it really seems.
What kind of stuff?
Just like compliments and because I like for me
receiving them.
Yeah, because for me, and I'm pretty sure this is for most people, but it's hard to look at yourself the way that other people look at you. So when you hear something about yourself, it's almost like they're talking about somebody else. Because all you're doing is what you do naturally. You're doing what you just do on a daily basis for the most part. Because these are the thoughts that go on in our mind. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So when we are going through our lives and just interacting with people, we're literally doing it from the place that we have the things that we have going on internally. So for me, it gets kind of, I don't know, maybe I don't know if anybody else has experienced.
Yeah, I know
this.
what you mean. Yeah.
I love flattery.
Well, flattery is totally different.
I love compliments. Talk to me nice. I love it. The more, the better, darling. But I understand what you mean, especially like when you're walking in your gift, because it's something that is indicative to, you know, who you are as a person, and to see people and to hear people be wild and odd and so hanging on, you know, to how you move and how you speak and how you interact and how you communicate and give off energy. It can be a little, I can understand someone can be taken aback by it, because it's like, I'm just doing, you know, I'm just being me, you know, you don't have to be so, you know, grateful or so what, you know, because this is I'm just, and I guess that's how, you know, some, you know, celebrities feel like when they're doing things on such a high level, and to have people like screaming their name, and you know, I can only imagine that it's like an experience that it's just kind of like, how do you ever really get used to someone,
right?
You know,
being in awe of you, or not even in awe, but just
not
like,
in awe, but like being
appreciative, like
being grateful for what you put out there,
right?
Like it being incredibly grateful, and feeling that they have to just let you know from the depths, you know, of their being, thank you. You know, this has really changed my life. This has really helped me, and it's just like, well, I'm so glad, and I'm just, you know, if you knew me, you know, I'm just doing me,
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's very true.
But you know what, Candace? I think everybody get that from you. I like one thing about you, like you come off 100% authentic. I don't think anybody would question, like, you know what I mean? Like you just have, like you got that thing, like where everybody just feel like
you know, Chris.
She does. She got that thing. Like you know what I'm talking. TK, you like you know what I'm talking.
I know her because so like I know her. I know her so well. It's not that thing anymore to me. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm saying.
Hater. Oh my God.
And that's a good thing, because I'm actually attesting to the genuineness of who you are. So, but her not being as familiar with you as I am, I'm saying that's truly who she are. So it's not that thing to me anymore. It's who she is. It's just her being.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And you know, that's a good segue into me speaking. I've known TK for many years. Oh.
I made the slip too.
So do they know you as that, or is it?
Well, they do now. Thank you very much.
Said that many times in other episodes.
We got
you must have scrapped those.
We got new folks. You know what I'm saying? Have you listened to them? That's the real.
I've known Coach R. Anthony for so long now, and I wish I could tell you what the R actually stands for. It goes his whole roof off the top of things, darling. Shake up the city.
Hey.
The R stands for raggedy. That's what it stands for. But nonetheless, I've known R. Anthony.
There you go.
For, you know, almost 10 years of my life. And really, you know, TK and I met one night, and we don't need to go into the backstory of that. I know that my truth.
Nothing happened.
And nothing happened, but I know my truth.
But why did it sound like something had went down? Like
exactly. That's why I had to say that. That's why I had to say that. Yeah, it wasn't nowhere near what you.
No, nothing happened.
Nowhere close.
Like it's just a discrepancy of his foggy memory versus the actual truth. But nonetheless, we became instant friends. Yep. And our relationship just, you know, we was joking and laughing and playing and just having such a good time, enjoying each other's conversation, that it just was just like, oh, yo, we homies, like we're friends. Mm-hmm. And so going through what I was going through with my own spiritual kick game, and discovering things and uncovering things. And, you know, I was led to a new city, and TK was surprisingly led to that same city.
Wow.
And we would always just be having funny, just whatever type of conversations. And then one day, I just told him about what I was thinking, feeling, navigating through on a spiritual level. And it's just like a whole nother door to him just open up. And that's where our student teacher, brother, sister really started to manifest and plant root. And he wasn't just those 2 syllables that I can't say in replace of R. Anthony. He became more of someone, because I live my life in a place where I either receive things spiritually or I reject things spiritually.
Right.
And talking to Coach, it's like everything he was saying was just affirming and confirmation. And then the extra level of dopeness about it is that he was taking it to the word. Like, so we could act like he would actually go to the word and be like, hey, player, like, I'm not just saying this, this is what the word says, which gave it another layer of, oh, okay, then, like, oh, he knows something. He ain't just, joking and kicking back and all the stuff all the time. Like, this dude actually smart.
Yeah.
So, that's how our relationship began to really take root. And, then we was kicking up the game of speed. And I mean, we really spent the better part of 2 years? Was it 2 years?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was about almost 2 years, just like I didn't like, we was just really each other's company, and
we was playing just speed really, every day.
Yeah, really just
playing speed
just
every day.
Laughing. And I mean, and his wife, Imani and my husband will tell you, like, we laugh about stuff to this day, and my husband and her, they just looking at us like, what y'all laughing at? But then now they don't even ask. They just wait till we stop laughing.
Yeah.
They just wait and be like, okay, then I guess that's just the inside. But I said all that to say, I am the only child, and I grew up in a home where there was a presence. The male presence was not there until after I was about almost 5 years old. And to have, Coach R. Anthony come into my life and really give me that guidance, it's been invaluable to me. And I support his mission. I support his ministry because I've seen it work in my own life, and I know that he's getting it from a higher power, and he walks the walk.
Yes, he does.
And like, I was there when he, discovered his wife. And he called me talking about, I found my wife. I'm like, where? He like, I saw a picture of her. And I was like, oh my God, you alone. Like, he was like, that's her. And then all of a sudden, she messaged me on Facebook. We've been talking. I'm going to Canada. I'm like, you got to go to Canada. I mean, and literally, that's how it happened. So I said all that to say is that what I'm going to do for myself and for my family and for my marriage is really do what Coach always tells me to do, and that is to do what I need to do. He always tells me that my actions can change everything around me.
Right.
And sometimes that's hard to do, but it's such a necessity. So that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to work on how he always talks to me about the fear of what I don't want supersedes the goodness and the things that I do want.
Right.
And my energy starts to attract those things. So it's like a magnetic pull. So what I'm going to do, through the grace of the Most High and praying over my life, that, my life continues to be extended, and that every day that I wake up is a new journey, it's a new adventure, and it's just a new it's just a new grace that befalls upon me to just really walk in the Father's favor and love and restore the areas that were unfortunately put into me that I did not ask for. And through my experience and my environment and my own self-induced thoughts of how I see the world and interact with things and people around me, that he really continues to allow me to grow and manifest through my marriage and through my journey of womanhood, and that I'm able to uproot the roots that I don't want in my garden. And really plant new soil with the teaching of the word, through Coach R. Anthony's guidance, through the love of the Most High, through the love of my husband, through the love of myself, and really start to walk the journey that I know I can have because the Most High told me so. Right. So it's not anything that I've made up in my own mind. It's what the Father said I can do, and really holding the Most High accountable for his word. Mm-hmm. And I want to always thank E-Money for sharing her husband with me. Right. Because, baby, I takes up the time. I will burn that chi down. Do you hear me? I will burn his chi down till my chi is full. Because when I got him, my chi was done for. So I done snatched his chi.
And I'm laying on the floor.
And this man is hanging on by a thread. And that sweet woman is just sitting there like, well, I'm going to just let them do what they going to do, honey, and just pray for the best. So I always want to include E-Money and say thank you for sharing him and just allowing him to live in his purpose and being secure enough in what you all have. And let me just make this very clear. TK and I's relationship was something that when I met my husband, I let him know that this is my friend. Mm-hmm. And when he started dating his wife, he let her know this is my friend. And there was an introduction that was made. And from the beginning, it was nothing but love and family. Yeah. And that's how it has to be. So that's just me kind of talking off topic for 1 second and letting people know, when you have a relationship with someone that is of the opposite sex and you are in a relationship, it is very important to set the standard and the foundation and to be respectful.
That's right.
Of their partner. And it's very important for that person to say, hey, let's all be friends. Let's all do this together. So R. Anthony has never, it's never just been an awkward situation between us. It's been nothing but love and but family. And so that's why, and the way she's so comfortable in her marriage and her relationship and with herself, it's not, this is just what her man does.
Right.
So it's totally okay. So of course I always want to thank you, Money, for, sharing him with me, and for you, Coach, for just still so funny calling you Coach, but I'm gonna respect the guidelines.
Coach, but she's Coach Lulu also.
Oh, so. Honey, I just want to, because it feels like I'm butt kissing when I say Coach. Like I'm part of some type of cult or something, and I'm being led blindfolded with my hands behind my back. Talking all come all ye faithful. That's how I feel.
Is that kind of
I feel like the people listening to me like, what kind of tricks is he running on this women? Like that. I got a good man. I'm happy. I'm whole. Let me just tell you, it's just nothing but love and family. So let me make that clear. But back on track, I am grateful for the Most High loving me enough, because TK taught me that the father communicates to you in ways that you understand.
Absolutely.
And there really has been no better teacher for me than him. I mean, our personalities are spot on. Mm-hmm. Like, we are like twin souls when it comes to how we communicate and how we think and running ideas by each other. And, you know, we trust each other so much that he's the brother I never had. And the father knew he had to reach me through him. Right. And I'm glad on that faithful night.
Oh, yeah.
When he was all up asking me for my phone number or whatever.
All up in your grill.
All up in my grill or whatever. That we just continue to be friends. And so I'm going to work on the things that I have acquired from him along the way, the things that my husband has poured into me and has shown me, that I'm not ashamed to admit that a lot of things it took our Anthony to point out to me a lot of things. And I really do pray, you know, that your mission goes the distance.
That's right.
Because you got the juice, player. You got the juice.
Show.
Thank you so very
much.
Thank you so much.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so very much. Yeah,
so glad I didn't go after Kent.
You should have heard them wedding vows. I had them shaking in their boots.
Hey, you ain't heard nothing till you heard them vows. I got them on tape.
I had them shaking in their boots.
Huh? So those were some passionate vows.
Oh man, was they?
And I meant every word, baby.
Every single word. We know. We definitely know, boy. Yeah, I gotta rewatch that. That was interesting. I hope you got it though, right? I know you got it.
No, they didn't. Can you believe they didn't include that in my wedding video? Okay.
What?
That's what happens when you let friends do the work. I mean, we're grateful nonetheless, but they didn't include it. So I just guess I gotta get it on that sample iPhone you got.
I get it to you. Take my word on that.
Get the beam footage.
I roll you some beam footage. But thank you so much, y'all. You know, man, like I said, I am so grateful for y'all, and I had to include y'all in this process because y'all mean that much to me, and this is something that I want to give. You know, this is like part of my legacy that I want to leave here on this earth. You know, that's gonna stand, and I'm gonna make sure that it echoes through time. So, you know, having y'all here with me to do that, I couldn't have had no better group of people to support me, and I support them. So like I always tell y'all, whatever y'all need from me, hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I am here. So, but nevertheless.
I love it, personally. I know some people are probably like, well, I think Candace might have said this once or twice, but for the listeners, as you probably notice, I'm just more of like a sit back and chill. Sit back and just like observe. I am like the observe queen. I love it. So this entire year I've definitely enjoyed witnessing all the different conversations you've had with the people that we've helped. I love in the conversations with Coach Christina Lynn and Lady K. So I love it. It's just watching you be yourself. So I've definitely enjoyed that. I'm trying to take in all the I guess lessons and new ways we've shed light on a lot of different things. And for the new year, I really find that I want to focus more on integration, if anything. Just like we were talking about earlier, I find with a lot of people too, what we don't realize is there's so many things that we have strength and confidence and power in our lives that we don't recognize how all we have to do is just the exact same thing, just apply it to other things. So I want to try and be more aware of my strengths in, you know, certain areas, and then really tie it into how to connect it to all the other aspects of my life. Yeah, just take it and learn, because I know it's going to be family building time soon. So I'm just trying to grow and learn as much as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you need some mommy tips, girl, call me. Lord have mercy.
I'm going to fly my mama in. I'm going to buy her a house next door.
No, but yeah, I mean, we all have a lot to learn, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much out there, so much information out there, and the beautiful thing about this outlet and this platform is, one thing I understood, that the more you give out, the more you teach what you know, the more you learn. The more I've taught, the more I've learned that I don't know. And that's the crazy thing about it, is because, like, I really don't know. Because even days when I'm like, what am I going to talk about? You know, because I really don't know what I'm going to talk about. That shows you how much I really don't know. And then it's tough because there's so many moving parts to life and to relationships. And it's hard to kind of gauge where people are and, you know, where you are in that relationship with those people that you don't even have a clue who they are. Like, I don't know who's listening to this. But all I could do is just consistently come to the table. That's all I could do, is consistently come to the table and try to figure it out and give what I have. And sometimes it's not good, or, you know, sometimes it's not the best that people want to see, but just for future references, it's not even about that. I'm looking at life, and this process is a process of unfolding. It's really unfolding me and us to ourselves. And that causes us and creates an intimate relationship with the Creator, because only He knows specifically what's in us. And as we do the things that we're doing, it reveals more about who we are to ourselves. That allows us to have a closer, intimate understanding of who the Creator is, because He's the one that put those things there. So as you're revealed more about yourself, and you're understanding more about yourself, and you're looking at these things, the connection to you and the Most High begins to grow, because He's the only one that can place those things in you for you. And as you follow the trail, you find Him.
Wow.
So that's the purpose of this right here. It's not just for me, it's for everybody. I'm giving that away. Like, you are the creator that was created by the Creator.
And we cannot tell the Creator who He is and who He is not.
Well, especially if you don't know that.
A lot of people get the Creator try to tell the Creator who He is and who He's not.
Yep.
That's right.
You know?
But see, that's the thing, though. You can only assess based on what you've unfolded about yourself. So people are assessing those things about Him, but they haven't done the actual work to know intimately who they are. Not just like the surfacey, you know, I like hair, makeup, and all that stuff. That's cool. But when everything is taken away, when you're boiled down to the least common denominator, what is in you? Because that's the trail. You don't even start until you start that point.
Yeah.
At that point.
And you know what? Being married shows you, you know, like we always talk about, it really shows you who you are, because you know, I've learned so much about myself in the last 3 years of my marriage. And baby, when you add a kid into that thing, and it's like you're having this spiritual and mental and emotional tug of war with yourself, because it's like, I don't, where the heck did I get this from? And so you're trying to go through highways and byways and back roads and over the forest and through the woods to figure out who dropped this seed in you and how can you desperately get it out, all the while still evoluting and still growing and still attracting things to feed that energy. And being married to someone is a direct reflection of the inner makings of yourself, because you just have a physical being that's just constantly bouncing off what you're giving them.
It's immediate.
It's immediate, man. There's no like, there's no pause, there's no break. And so immediate
response.
Yeah, and so it's like light reflecting off of something. It immediately makes you want to cover your eyes, especially and people, and I always say, man, two things in life people know when they owe you money, and they know when they done did something they don't have no business. This is two things that people know. They know when they owe somebody some money, and they know when they done did something they don't have no business doing. Something that they got to apologize for, something that they got to atone for, something that they got to repent for, something that they can't show their face for. That And so I said all that to say is that listening to the benefit of my relationship with R. Anthony is that I got access to him anytime. But being able to listen to and still learn and still glean from the Relationships and Chill podcast, it just really gets me in a space where I can be like, okay, Candace, how do you, especially the purpose of a man and the purpose of a woman, man, those are my two favorite episodes, because I feel like those are the definition of where I am right now, because I am maturing in my womanhood. And I've learned, I just told this to R. Anthony, that there's a difference between being a woman and being grown.
That's right.
For the longest time I've been grown for a while, but I'm just now maturing. Grown people say mature. I'm just now maturing into my womanhood, and dealing with that can be a son of a gun. And then adding, being married and then being a mom. And I tell Coach this all the time. It's like, you got to look at your life and you got to say, okay, for the longest time I was childlike and I thought like a child. And then I start to kind of grow up in the world, and then especially in American society, I'm kind of forced to get out there, get from under my parents' care, and try to make something happen with my life. And people are looking at me at 17, 18 years old, make a permanent decision about what you want to do, and then go to school for X amount of years and do it. And then it's like you follow that game plan. Then after you get out of school, you're supposed to immediately be trying to work, trying to find a husband, trying to find a wife. And then the next thing they want you to do is start a family. And it's just like, dang, I haven't even discovered myself.
Right.
Like I haven't even took the first steps of me.
Constant transition.
Yeah, constant transition, constant moving parts. Just constantly constant. And then you get in this marriage, in this relationship, and all of this gunk starts to come out of you. And it's just like, I always thought I was, because my father wasn't around and I wasn't a hoe or I wasn't promiscuous, that I ain't have these types of issues. Or I thought I was an excellent communicator. Why don't you understand me? Or I thought I had my anger under control. I thought I had my mouth out of control. I thought I didn't have my father's, promiscuous ways or wandering eyes. I didn't know that my parents' money management mishaps would show up in my relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so many things that show up in marriage, that the benefit that the audience gets, and especially those when, you know, our Anthony and his wife come out, you know, with all the things that they'll be working on and putting out there to the public. It's like, I really urge you all to invest in yourself, and invest in your relationship, and invest in your children. And you cannot get this from everybody. And so I said all that to say this, is that what I have gotten from what the Father has dropped in me through my experience, and then what he has allowed our Anthony to communicate to me, has been invaluable and priceless in what is going to set me and my marriage apart.
That's right.
You know, it's going to set me and my marriage apart. Again, you know, and you got to be set apart, man. You got to be set apart. Because if you're not set apart, if you're not being utilized, you're useless.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, so I just encourage everyone that's listening that, you know, it's not a tangent. It's really just me speaking from the matters of the heart. You know, our Anthony and I, we don't say stuff like, oh, the Lord told me to tell you this, baby. The Lord ain't going to, you know what I'm saying? Baby, he got my direct connect.
Right.
You know, he can hit my line anytime. Anytime. Don't come telling me your person, baby. That's just how you feel about what you think you know about me.
Yep.
Right.
So, but from myself, I encourage each and every one of you to listen and get what you need, and then put it into practice. There is nothing, I have learned that it takes a village to help a marriage, baby, not just raise a child. You have got to be able to allow someone to help you. It's not about, I don't want to tell my business, or I don't want to be judged. Baby, ain't nobody thinking, baby, you ain't that deep.
No.
So somebody to sit around here talk about, child, you know, Christina and her man, child, you know, they be swinging on the weekends. That's not facts. That's just me using that as an example. You ain't that deep.
Swinging in that swing.
Exactly. So it's like, get your help, get your teaching. No, not help. Get your teachings. Yeah. Get your teachings. Get your education from someone that this is his purpose, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. This ain't one of them, you know, like one day he is going to be a pastor. You know, he gets everything from the Father.
That's right.
He gets everything from the Father. I remember one time he was telling me about detox. I said, where you get that from? The Most High gave it to me. I was like, oh, okay then, sir. Okay. I was like, oh, okay then. So I just really wanted to make that clear. I just wanted to give a moment of transparency about myself and just say, you know, again, and don't think that I'm up here giving this man all this praise because my husband is on board. Mm-hmm. You know, my man is on board. My king is on board because he's not too big in himself to say, you know what? There is always someone that knows more about something than I do.
Absolutely.
In an area that I am not too big to say.
That's right.
Brother, can you help make me a better man in this area?
That's right.
It ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
The end. As the young kids say, period.
Period. And you know, Candace, listen to your passion now. Like this is what I want y'all to really get. Like, I'm talking to our listeners right now. Like, do you hear the passion in this woman's voice? It doesn't come from likability. This is not about us just liking this guy and like and listening to him like, oh, he's wise, oh, he's smart. No, we have literally taken truth from this man and have reinvented not only ourselves but our relationships. And this is real talk 101. Do you hear me? Relationships in chill is in full effect. You apply what this man tell you to apply, and I'm gonna tell you just like this, you will see the change. And I had stuff happen to me instantly, just doing something that I would never do. And I remember talking to him one night. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all just like this. So we on this phone having a conversation about managing my money. I manage my money, and I handle my money. And I'm like, wait a minute, what'd you just say? He said, I'm telling you, this is what you need to do. You need to show your man that you respect and love him to the point to where you can trust him with what you are earning. I looked at that phone like, this man is crazy. And man, we started cracking up. I'm like, I know you. He said, Christina Lynn, you listen to me now. If you do this, watch your relationship transform before your eyes. And I kid you not, it was instant. It was instant. When I tell you I slid this man some money, this man looked at me and like his whole heart just opened up. Like his whole, like, I can't even describe.
There's more. Hold on. I don't want people to think this is to give. Hold on. Pause right there. I don't want people to. Don't just be giving dudes no money. Just,
don't be giving them your tax returns.
That's not what happened. There's way more to the story.
Don't give him your baby diaper money. No. So he said he gonna flip this in a formula. Formula pamphlets and 2 weeks worth of daycare.
Y'all, this is for the women, like for women who like me, who real like into that whole like, oh, I'm self-sufficient. You know, I can handle my business. You know, like that kind of woman that's really, you know, just kind of on her thing and always handling everything. Like sometimes we need to just put it down. You know,
preach.
Just need to sit down and relax and understand that like our men are not there just to be there. They there for a purpose, with a purpose and its own purpose. And, you know, and so what I had to do was humble myself as a woman and understand, you know what, wait a minute. It doesn't have to be this way. Like I'm being pulled in so many directions and I don't have to be pulled. Like I am blessed. I have somebody that is there for me. I have somebody, and this is about me trusting me in order to trust him. You understand? Because the trust comes first from within, and I didn't understand all of that. But obviously, you know, our brother, our Anthony, you know, really, really let me know where is this distrust really coming from. Like he got down to me in the core where don't nobody see it. You know, where all my walls weren't up. He got there. And when he went in there, he dissected the situation. He said, wait a minute, no, this is coming from you. This is a repetitive pattern that you have been doing in every relationship you have had. And it comes from your own distrust in you. See, so now I could have went to all kinds of pastors and I could have got different scriptures that I could have used and not understood how to apply them. My brother gave me real food for my soul, where I could change my life literally within one day. And all I'm asking all of you guys and ladies, listen to what he has to say. And even if you did just take one thing that you want to, okay, hey, I want to change this thing. Take one little thing. It don't have to be, you don't have to follow everything we do, all this. No, just take one little thing, you know, just one little thing from his teachings. And I'm telling you, you will see something change. You will see something change. I literally saw them transform their relationship. I saw them change their relationship just based on his own. He took his knowledge and he fed his woman, and his woman became the woman that we all want to be. Like, this is real talk. I'm not kidding you guys. Like, I'm not kidding you ladies. I'm not kidding you. Like, literally in front of my eyes, I saw this woman transform into this just loving, open, supportive, like amazing human being who is a leader now. Like, she is a leader. She has her mind right. She loves the Most High more than anything. I saw the changes in this woman just right before my eyes. And the thing that's so beautiful and amazing is all that knowledge and love that he gave to her, she gave it right back to him. And baby, hasn't he grown? Baby, hasn't he grown? The love that woman has given this man has made him an even better man, an even better man that we all love and respect and acknowledge as our brother. And, I cannot tell you guys, like, there are certain people on the face of this planet that are here to do amazing things. And Candace couldn't have put it better. He has a calling of love on his life. And literally, he would help anybody. He would help anybody. And when he say, I'll do anything for you, he mean it. He mean it with everything on the inside of him. That is the type of human being this man is. He's not here for the money. He's not here for the accolades and the respect and the love and all of those things that other people come out here for. He's here because it's what he was made to do. He was created to do this. And this is why we are here to support him and to support his beautiful wife and to support each other. And hopefully we can be all we can be as team members to support this beautiful machine, this well-oiled machine, and get you guys the food that you need for your soul to grow and to evolve into the beautiful people that you are. Have the beautiful, long-lasting relationships that you deserve. You will have that by listening to Relationships and Chill.
Amen. That's what I'm
Jesus, good Lord. Okay, then. I feel like you need to be the president of the deacon board. My.
Hey, listen, she taking out.
I was who these people? What? Who she know? She talking about the same coach, the same coach for Anthony. I got to meet this illustrious couple. I got to meet these people. These ain't the people that be shacking up in my guest room. Who it is? Baby, when I tell you she sung the praise, baby. Praise, baby. Get your last breadcrumbs and pass Oh my, a change is gonna come.
Hey, I'm laughing to keep from crying.
Got these people thinking this man rest his soul is the next, Eddie Long.
It sound like I died. I thought I was like, man, did I die?
Baby, you better get this woman to perform the eulogy at your service.
Man,
Money, I'm putting my bid in now. Don't ask me to say 2 words. I'm gonna be like, yo, sis got it covered, kid. I couldn't have said it better myself.
I had to check my post. I had to check my post to make sure I had no obituary. I would have did a Google search.
I was like, is her wig still secured? I was like, my goodness.
That was one for the ages.
That was a way. Hey, at the beginning of the show, he said it was going to be a Wayne Dang Doodle. And it was.
We came on here not knowing what we was going to really talk about. We had a loose idea, and I did not know it was going to go like this.
I did not know it was going to go like this. I'm going to say this. I'm still a work in progress. I ain't seen nothing manifest in my life in one day except my bad nerves. I'm still a work in progress.
She said in that area, I know what she's talking about. She's not saying
with doing the work, but with doing the work, it definitely is. And that's all. And that's what, and the hardest thing in life is you got to do the work.
That's
like there is no, outside of the word. This isn't like a job that you just get where they send you the training class and there's just a book of this is how we want it done. This is the policies and procedures. And if you want to get promoted, if you want to get elevated, if you want to get noticed, this is how you do it.
That's right.
I mean, it's really about depending on self and then being discerning and prayerful and aware enough and prayerful enough and asking the Father to, guide you to connect with you and that you can learn, grow, glean, and elevate from. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. Right. And that's just, and that's just the fact. And the truth of the matter is that life, I get this quote from our Anthony, like life is short, but it's just as long. Mm-hmm. And you really want to spend the time when I look at my life when I'm 100 years old and I got great grandkids and great grandkids, you know, and I'm asking the Father, all right, Lord, whenever you ready, child, you know, my bags are packed. You know, I really want to look and I really want to say, I did what I came to do. Like in the word, you know, our Anthony and I, we like the late great Dr. Miles Monroe.
Yep.
And he said it so best. Like you just want to pass empty. You want to pour out everything you have, live at your highest elevation, your highest vibration, and really know yourself. Cause like our Anthony said, to know yourself is to know the Most High. And what he really wants is that close, personal, intimate, reach out and touch somebody relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
And when you know that, everything around you is forced to change. Your love grows, your soul grows, your soul glows. You know, it's just different. And this isn't a, you know, big up to Coach R. Anthony type of session. This is we have been blessed enough. And we have done the work enough on ourselves to just so happen to connect with somebody that can teach us more than we know in an area that is so important in our lives. Amen. And for that, you are thankful. And you become thankful for him just sharing his gift. Because as he also told me, what the Father gives freely, you give freely in return. Mm-hmm. So that's that for me.
Thank you so much. Maybe you got anything?
Hey, I'm just...
You know that woman just observing.
I'm enjoying the show.
I got to ask, though. Any closing remarks?
I love how you include me, my love.
Making sure.
But like, it's worked on his woman, too, because I met that woman. I couldn't get that woman to say 2 words. That woman wouldn't say 2 words. That woman would be like, hi. And then she just sit there and watch us play cards for 10 hours. We play about 100 rounds of speed. Mm-hmm. You know, she eat her little slice of pizza. You know, and she and my husband are so much alike. And the one thing I have learned from Imani is the fact that, as you all can see, our Anthony and I, our personalities are 1 and 1. And Elilta and my husband's personalities are 1 and 1. And they're both analytical people. And as the good friends they are, my husband and I were going through a trying time, and they came in town to spend time with us, to help us navigate the waters. We had, a 4-hour conversation?
At
least. And that woman sat on the couch for 4 hours, just about, and just took it all in. And when our Anthony looked at her, he said, do you have anything to say? And she naturally did her natural thing, was like, no, I don't have nothing to say. And he was like, you know what to say. And she was like, okay, well, I don't remember nothing she said except this. She said, when you're dealing with people that overanalyze everything, and you ask them one question outside of, hey, how are you? They begin to pull the knowledge that they've ever gotten from this one subject. Everything I've read, everything I've seen, everything I've done about this one subject, and it becomes overwhelming. And then she said, so now it's like, okay, now they're waiting on me to answer. Oh God, what do I say? What am I, do I say what they want to say? And now, okay, they're getting angry. And it really helped me understand my husband more, because as she was speaking, my man was like, that's exactly how I feel. It's hard for me to he was saying it's just hard for him to just simplify, because Imani can talk she's her, you know, not that she was some type of mute or whatever like that, but some people just don't make casual conversation outside of what they are comfortable with talking about.
Right.
She could talk to you about exercise all day, child, being from Canada, you know, her Ethiopian heritage, her hair care treatments. You know, she could talk about all kind of things like that. But so it was just really refreshing to see her do her own work, and really, because that's really pushing yourself. And for her to share that information with me, not for it to be minimized, because someone may say, well, that's common knowledge, Candace, but not to somebody who communicates the way that I do. If I ask you something, baby, you better have a story ready to tell me, and don't make me wait too long.
Right. But
for her to say that, it really helped me understand my husband more, and it really helped me give him the grace and the patience and the time to get his thoughts together. So I said all that to say is that, you know, this is a family that we're in. Like, he gives it freely, we give it back. She gets it, she gives it to us, she gives it to him. And so when you decide to connect with them and get your teachings and get your education, you will really see, when you do the work, how things unfold and how you will become elevated and how you will attract the things, and you will see everything around you change.
That's right. Man, this has been
wow.
This has
outstanding.
It's been a wang dang doodle for real. Enthralled. I really am speechless. Like I
praise his name.
I was not anticipating this type of episode. I thought we were just gonna talk, wish y'all happy holidays, and you know, just about the bare minimum, and that's gonna be it. And here we are, an hour and 6 minutes into the episode, and we're gonna have Candace sing us on out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, holy night, stars are bright shining. That's all I got tonight,
that's all
baby.
You got?
I'm tired. I'm tired. But hey, that's me coming a long way. Cause,
yeah, that's true.
That thing, no, baby. I was in his house singing in a broomstick, shaking
like a leaf.
Shaking in my boots,
shaking like a dice game.
Me and him, and I was like, I can't do it. But you know what? Once you have a baby and you got 15 people that don't know you looking at the best parts of you at the worst time, it ain't nothing but a thing, but a drop in the bucket.
It ain't nothing but a thing, but the same.
Right? It ain't nothing but a thing the same.
Coach Christina Lynn,
soup.
You got anything before we get out of here?
Oh man, yeah, everybody happy holidays. Happy holidays. Enjoy yourself, take it easy. You know, no drinking and driving, all right? No.
Okay.
Yeah, just, you know, take it real tease. Take it tease.
There you go.
No, but thanks a lot, everybody. We love you so much. Y'all have no idea how much love we put into this show, and it's for each and every one of you. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email us, DM us. We love you and we thank you for this opportunity. 30, you guys? Was it 30 shows? Is you serious? That's insane.
30 episodes so far.
Oh man,
child, I ain't been 30 since I turned 31. Goodness, that was 3 years ago. My. That woman new to it though. Oh, young self.
Hey, that's our baby.
Little
pudding foot.
Yeah. Give her ears.
We need to do an episode.
Yes, her ears.
Just y'all need to do an episode. But thank you all. I mean, thank y'all specifically. You two, coaches. Candace and Christina, like, y'all mean so much. Like I said, y'all are the sisters that I wish my sisters were. You know what I mean? Because that's, you know, but you got to work with people at the pace that they only can give you. You can only work with people with what they give you. And, but I think ultimately for me, you know, I just appreciate who you guys are. You guys y'all two mean so much to me and my wife. And, I feel the same way about y'all that y'all feel about me. Like, I feel like the fact that y'all are open to hearing what I have to say and, you know, allowing me into your lives, because that's a really big thing, to allow someone to give you their perspective on your life. Yeah. You know, that's a very, very, it's a very protective place that a person allows you in that space, and you really have to maintain that trust, and you have to maintain a certain level to stay there, because you know how easy it is to say, okay, nah, that ain't it no more. I'm cool. you can exit stage left. But I really, you know, just like anything that I do, I want to do it to my best, and I want to give you guys my best, give the audience my best, my wife the best that I have to offer, and so that's my perspective on how what I give to anybody, especially you two. Like, I give the best that I have in order for y'all to progress and keep progressing through your life. So, like I said, anything y'all need from me, y'all got it. I extend that similar courtesy. Don't be the audience. Don't you dare try to call me in.
For a small fee of $3.99.
It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. Now I wake up at
may cost you a little, may cost you a lot.
You never know. No, but I will give you the best that I have, and I will make everything fair, because I ultimately the money. What's that? That's nothing. You're gonna always need that. You're gonna always want that. But what you need at that time, you may not get it. Some people get stuck and never move from their position for the rest of their life, and they're stuck in that same place, wishing they can get out, trying everything they can to get out of their situation. And I believe that that's my gift. You know, that's my gift. I help you get out of your situation to progress. I'm like the tow truck. You know what I'm saying? I'm the tow truck for life. But that's ultimately what I want to do. That's ultimately what I'm taking into the next year. Just getting better at understanding and being better at serving. I want to be the best server of people and your needs that I can be, in order to help you move to the next level in your life. So that's my objective for life, and to introduce and to continue to introduce people to the Most High, and allowing them to see more of who He is through themselves. And so that's what I'm here to do. But
sounds like a plan to me.
That's been today's episode. You guys can contact us at relationshipsandchill.com, which will be up. The husband material checklist, the husband material guide will be out soon. So by the time you guys hear this, it'll be out. And we wish you guys happy holidays and much love and peace and blessings and prosperity and all the things that you want in this life. We pray that it comes to you. Peace. Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Relationships and Chill. For more information on cultivating the relationship of your dreams, please follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Relationships and Chill, or subscribe to our YouTube channel at Relationships and Chill TV. You can also visit our website at www.relationshipsandchill.com. Together, let's make relationships great again.